Good evening and welcome to WCU Esports. Tonight we have NECC Valorant, WCU, Western Colorado University, taking on the University of Missouri. I'm Mountain Man.
I'm JoJo's Mojo. And from what it looks like, this is going to be an interesting fight. WCU coming in, I think at rank 3, rank 2 in division?
Yeah, WCU is ranked number 2 in their division right now. Next week, I believe, we play the number 1 seed, so that should be an exciting one. But this week, we are playing the number 9 seed out of 10. So definitely looking like it should be in favor of WCU, but I guess only time will tell at this point.
And I mean, that's the hope, is that it would be in WCU's favor. WCU right now with a record of 4-1 recorded on the score sheet. Mizzou Club White, who we are playing tonight, with a record of 1-5. Maps for WCU have only lost 2 on the score sheet, whereas Mizzou Club has only won 2. So it should be interesting, and we don't really know. Mizzou Club White could have had a rough start to their season and had some of the more difficult competitors, and WCU could have had the easier, or who knows? We don't know. Which
Absolutely
is where this first game is really going to come in.
Yeah, we have WCU on the left there, and University of Missouri on the right.
Looks like we have Slumped, Noble, Mixu, Boo, and Isms. Once again for WCU. Again with the weird names, though. Hippo, Llama, Salt, Echo, and Ocean. So it looks like they have two animals, a sound, a spice, or a seasoning, and then a body of water. Should be an interesting matchup, though. Boo doing what he learned last time and picking that middle thing to try and get a quick little throw out. We still don't quite know what these abilities do, but
yeah, definitely not super nerdy into Valorant. Do not know all the abilities and whatnot, but we do have WCU in an early fight. Slumped going down there early.
Isms does answer, though, taking out Ocean as well. Noble takes out Hippo, and this first round is the pistol stage. Makes it a lot more difficult for some teams to really succeed.
One enemy remaining.
And we have a 3v1 in favor of WCU. The spike has been planted. WCU is defusing. And we have Isms with the final kill there on Echo. WCU will win map 1.
I mean, that's
round 1.
Yeah, round 1 of game 1 in a best of 3 series. I mean, that's really what you want to see from Western. Holding strong, showing that this pistol round, although a little bit more difficult, they're going to play it strong, smart, and safe and take that victory. Right now, WCU on defense, which has its advantages, has its disadvantages, but if WCU can hold out to their defense through these first few rounds, I think that's really going to set the pace for the rest of the series.
Absolutely. WCU kind of going with 2 snipers early game, holding this point A contest point. Not seeing anything from there, though.
We see Boo and Noble getting ready for his fight here in a 2v1. Boo picks off Ocean, as we can't really see through this smoke, as Boo just decides to hide in it. And being that we have Coach Spec, not Global, we can't look any further out.
Yeah, at this point, it's just kind of switching back and forth, hoping we get lucky. But, oh, there we go.
Speaking of getting lucky, Boo gets a second pick onto Mizzou, I guess. And there's Noble with a third. WCU on a 5-on-2 right now. WCU hasn't even taken the slightest hint of damage. They're now looking for anyone from Mizzou. And it looks like Isms gets found by Salt, and it's going to be everyone from WCU migrating over to A. Interesting enough that the sniper from Mixu really not doing too much, although we've seen him use that very well early game for a lot of in a lot of these Valorant streams. As I say that, Mixu just picks off Salt, and that puts Mizzou in a bad position where Echo has to hold off now against the rest of the team. Mixu comes in with the pistol, takes them out.
Yeah, WCU going up 2-0 here in early game. There's only 4 seconds left on the clock there. Not exactly sure what Mizzou was trying to do.
At that point, I think he might have just been trying to stay alive, hide around the corner, get a couple of picks, take out a couple of weapons that the WC roster has taken. But right now, it's looking like WCU just taking control, taking command. And in this first two, I believe it is is it 11 or 13? 13.
Let's make some
First to
chaos.
13 race in terms of rounds. WCU already has a lead. Whew. And we do see some shots coming around the corner from Missouri. Hippo finds Mizzou, and Ism's going to retreat around the corner. Gets, I guess, flashbanged.
There.
And Ism's going to be on the run over towards B on his own. It's a 5-on-4 in favor of Mizzou this round.
One down.
Never mind, 4-on-4 as Isms picks off Hippo. And there's going to be Boo taking out Ocean. Boo looking to find someone else.
Bring them down.
Ooh, another pick there from Boo.
One enemy
And as we
remaining.
saw, that was a headshot. Noble takes out Llama, and Noble's going to also find Echo on their own. WCU now takes a 3-0 lead, only losing one person that round.
Yeah, WCU off to a hot start, led by Noble with 5 kills already on board.
As we have seen from WCU, however, they have taken a 6-0 lead and nearly gotten reverse swept. So it's really going to really come down to how in their own heads are they going to get tonight.
Absolutely. WCU, definitely one of the better teams this semester in their division, sitting number 2 and essentially already with their playoff spot locked. Well, not locked. Already with their ticket to playoffs punched. Now they're just trying to finish as a higher seed, so that way essentially playoffs is easier for them.
You know, the higher the seed you are going into playoffs, the easier it should be in theory, though those lower teams do know that they can come out of nowhere and surprise. As Mizzou right now, sticking to the nowhere, trying to play it slower, play it more patiently. And it's going to be Boo here on B, finding the first of Mizzou.
There.
Oh, and Slump is going to get picked off by Hippo. They're going to be now pushing over to C, and by they, I mean Mizzou. WCU playing it a bit more patient, waiting on B just in case. But no, it is going to be... oh my gosh, Isms and Mixu each find one. Mixu finds a second over there. They're trying to flank. He does get the spike carrier as they try to split. It looks like...
Enemy remaining.
oh my goodness.
Good play here by Ism.
And what it really looks like to me is she's... well, Isms just keeps shutting me up before I can even keep going. Right now, everyone but Slump on WCU having 5 kills. Slump having 2 deaths, same as Mixu. And right now, leading the scoreboard for Mizzou is Llama with 2 kills and 4 deaths. This is a rough start for Mizzou.
Yeah, we have a technical pause here, but nonetheless, WCU is looking good. 4 of their players with 5 kills, slumped off to a slow start, but definitely plenty of time to turn that around. It appears that Mizzou is going to have to reset one of their PCs, so we might be waiting here for a little bit. I think we're going to take a short break here and come back to the action once the game resumes.
Right there.
Move here. Move here. Move here.
Right there.
And we are back to the action here as it looks like Mizzou has reconnected successfully.
Yeah, just taking a short technical pause, had to reboot the game or something. Who knows, but we're back at it. WCU leading 4-0 going into round 5.
I mean, right now, if you're WCU, you're feeling confident, you're feeling ready. You're not worried about what Mizzou is going to throw out after this.
WCU definitely being very aggressive on their pushes. As you rarely see a sniper pushing that far forward as Mixu just did.
Namely on defense, too. On offense, too, I could see them getting away with it a little bit more, but defensively, that is a lot. And there is going to be a killjoy coming in from Mizzou on the C area. So WCU is going to try and get out as it starts to take a lot more time. Or as it gets closer and closer. And with that, Slump will get taken out because of being forced off. Boo gets yet another headshot. My word, Boo just going headshot after headshot right now.
Boo is definitely under attack here.
Under attack gets taken out by Hippo. Llama now finds Mixu. Isms finds Echo.
Too slow. My ult's ready.
And as well as Salt, it looks like.
One enemy
And
remaining.
it is going to be Isms and Noble against Llama. As WCU goes into defuse, no idea where Noble is. Well, no, never mind. They know exactly where Noble is, and they're going to get the defuse off without having killing. And Noble just spraying, finding Hippo in the through the smoke.
Yeah, good play there by WCU, knowing where the opponent was and just going straight for the defuse. So well played there from the Mountaineers.
I mean, right now, I think with that one, Noble knew where Hippo was because they knew where they weren't. And because they knew where they weren't, they knew they could go in and get the defuse off. And there was a 2v1. WCU up 5-0. I mean, that is a huge wave of confidence for the Mountaineers.
Definitely a good start there. Ism leading the charge with 8 kills on board.
Get out of my way.
And this is very similar to what we've seen WCU play in past weeks, just playing patient, trying to see where they can find anyone peeking their head out.
Get out.
Speaking of, Boo with finding Hippo who peeked their head out. Now a 5-on-4 in favor of WCU. Boo going to be pushing forward. Does end up trading his weapon too. Boo now going to retreat back.
Yeah, you see WCU just kind of holding off here, being a little less aggressive, and Noble falls to Ocean.
It's a pretty big pick from the...
Enemy down.
Well, 2 more kills
Spike
coming
down
from
B.
Boo. 2 more, it looks like headshots as well. But right now, the Mountaineers playing it very cautiously, playing it very safe and smart. Noble just gets caught off guard as he gets picked off from the back by
One enemy
Mizzou.
remaining.
Boo with 4 kills, finding Llama. Is he going to find the 5th?
Bring them down.
And they're going to let Boo get the ace. That is a show of team confidence
Yeah, you
from
see
WCU.
Slum just going there, kind of distracting, knowing that Boo had 4 kills. And Mizzou is going to take their time out here.
If you take the time out as Mizzou here, what are you telling your team? What are you trying to get them to do to reset?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know if WCU can be stopped. They're on a roll. Boo now leading the charge with 11 kills after that ace. 11 and 1 KD for Boo. That's hard to stop.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would tell my team to answer against that, honestly.
When you compare them with the top of Mizzou, 4 and 6, that is unreal.
Yep.
And-
Every single round, Mizzou has lost all 5 players. So WCU looking good there. Slump still off to kind of a slow start, but only with 3 deaths. Yeah, WCU is just, they're a force to be reckoned with right now.
And they're thrashing Mizzou. As we saw on that scoreboard just a second ago, all of Mizzou has died in every single round. That
Yeah.
is something to, that is just attesting to how well this Mountaineer squad has learned to play with one another, how much they're playing with each other, and just how they've started to click as the semester progressed.
Absolutely. This is the first semester that Western Colorado University has had Valorant, so it's they've been putting in a lot of work just playing together, kind of getting to know each other's play style, and it is paying off right towards the end of the season.
I wasn't there to fully check in on the Valorant stream last week. How did they do I think it was Tuesday or Friday last week.
A.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah, I know they won. I was actually busy running another stream, so I didn't get to watch them hands-on, but
Mark 2.
definitely got another W.
So with that being said, then it looks like Western hasn't lost since week 3. It's been since week 3 that WCU hasn't lost. That is insane. It is now week... Is this week 8? This is week 8. There's been 5 straight weeks of victory for WCU. And having looked away for a second, I now see that it's 4-3 in favor of WCU. 4-2 as Boo quickly changes that. WCU pretty much has Mizzou trapped onto point A, or point C, my apologies.
One enemy remaining.
Echo finds
30
Noble.
seconds left.
Mizzou trades to get that, and then Salt finds Mizzou. It is a 2-on-1. And the issue here for Mizzou is that they still have to plant. Well, doesn't matter as Boo finds them.
Yeah, Boo gets the through the box kill there.
Win.
Boo now with 14 kills and 1 death.
Boo is playing unreal, and the teamwork coming from WCU as a whole is something that I don't think I've seen so far this season from them.
Yeah, no, honestly, just looking at Boo's stats currently through 7 rounds already, they're kind of unreal. Boo has more kills than Mizzou, and Boo has 1 death versus their, 7, 14,
35?
21. Yeah, 35 kill or deaths for Mizzou.
35 deaths and 13 kills from Mizzou. So Boo single-handedly destroying this team. A 2-to-1 KR or KD or 2 kills per round at the moment. Boo is just playing unreal.
Bring them.
I think honestly too, you jump in if you're WCU, you jump into the next game as soon as you can. You try and get game 2 going out of the gate, and you take this momentum and you run with it. But this is just WCU on defense. Mixu finds Hippo, Mama finding Mixu. Noble finds Ocean.
I still stand by. Personally, I believe defense is more difficult because attack, you kind of get to move as a team, and you're generally just going and.
I mean, talking about moving as a team, look at WCU here. You saw all 4 of them collapsing onto A at once.
Don't think it's
Ism's closing that gap now with 10 kills, 2 deaths, and then Mixu following up with 8, Noble with 7. Slump also on the leaderboard with a kill. Took him long enough.
He got there though.
He did get
I
there.
mean, it's a little tough when Boo, Ism are just stealing all your kills, so I can't blame him one bit.
I mean, 4 assists as well. And a weird pause match timer coming from Peanut Johnson there.
Yeah, just for a split second, but we're back at it here in round 9. WCU leading 8-0.
I think something else that we do need to point out is that WCU is on Virginia servers against a team based in Missouri. This is the best server combination for both teams to where it's a fair enough fight in terms of latency and ping.
Yeah, still looking at the ping early game. WCU was averaging around 50 ping, where Mizzou was right around 30. So slight favor for Mizzou, but it is not helping them currently.
No, it is not. WCU up 8-0, currently up 4-2 in this round as well.
One enemy remaining.
4-1, 3-1, as it is now Echo from Mizzou all on their own. It's going to be all of Western trying to find where this last player went. As Mixu takes out the turret.
I'll find you.
And WCU going to be moving between areas, trying to find where this
left.
player, where Echo has gone.
Spike planted.
And Echo
should
gets
run.
a plant, so it's going to be on A. And WCU just going to ignore this killjoy as Mixu runs in looking for Echo. Well, Mixu finds him, and Mixu's going to get there in time with plenty of ability to defuse this spike.
Yeah, now 3 of WCU players over double digits
Thank you.
in kills.
Push no button. Save the day.
9-0. WCU needs, what, 4 to win this game?
Yup.
I mean, the fact that, from what I'm looking here,
Need a drop.
from what I'm trying to look and see, is Mizzou White has not taken a ton of maps either. In terms of rounds, Mizzou White has only taken 79. And their victory came in week 4, which was a forfeit against Baker Orange. Right now, team's still 5-5. Everyone, I think, is at just about full health, if not at full health. As we also see on the map here, Western now playing a bit more cautious on B. 3 towards B as they all start going towards C. It's like Slumped ends up catching one of Mizzou. And Mixu going to go around the corner now. Or getting close to it. Hippo finds Isms. Noble finds Hippo. And it looks like it's going to be Mizzou coming in around the B area, if not A. And it's going to be A as Boo gets 2 kills here. He finds a spike carrier. Llama finds Noble, so it's a 3-on-2. 3-on-1. As Slump takes out Llama there.
30 seconds left.
Echo finds Boo. So it's going to be Slump and Mixu. Oh my gosh, Slump goes in for a 360, misses, and Mixu does find Echo to finish the round out.
Yeah, you can tell WCU is just having fun at this point, being up 10-0. I don't think they're too concerned about closing out this round.
I think they're mainly worried about just making sure that their team chemistry is there, and they are certainly doing that, and they are doing that to a whole new level.
Absolutely, and honestly, what stuff like that shows me is that there's good communications because they know where the person is. Clearly, one of them is like, hey, I'm going to try and 360 shot this, you get my cleanup. And it's just been working out. We saw that earlier with Slumped, kind of just letting Boo get that ace early on. So, good comms from WCU, and they are looking good as a team.
I think where Western is really succeeding, that Mizzou is struggling, is just being able to support one another in every possible aspect. WCU, you can see on the map, they are spread out, they are everywhere, and as soon as someone figures out where that Missouri team is coming from, they instantly start to push towards that same area.
Yeah, as you can see, a bot just got triggered there on C, and now we already see Boo trying to fight that off, but he gets double teamed and downed.
And that's going to push Slump over further. He's ready, waiting for anyone to come in, tries to get a quick pick off on someone.
Yeah, good rotations from the Mountaineers. As Boo goes down, we have Noble starting to cover that middle ground now.
And Noble just paying attention down that long, narrow hallway. As Mixu and I think that is Isms are both over on A, and then Slumped is on C on their own. And WCU here going to push towards B as a team. No, they're actually going to be pushing towards C as Missouri starts to pop up. Slump gets a great pick onto Ocean.
Go get him.
Spike planted.
And there will be a spike plant coming in from Missouri. WCU now has a little bit of an order to go in on, as it is a 4-on-4. Llama, never mind, 3-on-4. Llama picks off Mixu. A lot of trades there. It's going to be a 2-on-2, 2-on-1. It's all up to Slump, the lowest part of WCU's team right now.
With the sniper, that's definitely a tough one to try and win endgame with. This could be Mizzou's first point.
Ooh, Slump does get the headshot, but he's going to have to run away. He gets taken out by Hippo. That will be Mizzou's first point, but still a 10-1 lead for the Mountaineers. That is, even though even though Missouri does take one round, that's a hole to dig out of.
Absolutely. 9-point deficit so far. Potentially only 3 rounds to go. This is the last round before the swap here, and WCU will then be attacking.
Turn out.
The match timer gets paused once again, as one of their players keeps getting DC'd. So it looks like we might actually, in between games, have a technical timeout as they try and figure that one out.
Yeah, potential lead. Looking at the scoreboard here, we have Boo still leading the charge with 16 kills, only 3 deaths. That is the least in the field currently. A lot of good play here from the Mountaineers. Slumped is starting to creep up towards, he's got 6 kills, only 2 away from the leaders of Mizzou, Hippo, and Llama. So WCU is just outplaying Mizzou currently.
I think the main thing is that WCU is mainly playing as a team, whereas on attack, we see Mizzou splitting up and not doing much together.
Absolutely. Still waiting for this technical pause. We have Mixu taking out his famous candy cane.
Oh, the candy cane once again. I wonder if Mixu's going to try and get a bonk on someone with it. And I was able to confirm, having the knife out does in fact make you run faster.
Okay. I have seen that benefit people. I've also seen it in between swapping between the knife and gun. They come around the corner and instant death. So definitely some perks and some not so much.
I mean, at this point, I think it's just a matter of how fast can you react to things when they happen.
Yeah, and I think that's where Boo has a great advantage. He's most of his kills are just like instant headshots, just coming right around a corner. Like, he doesn't take his time at all. He just snaps to that head and gets the kill.
As Slump is fiddling with his katana, it looks like.
And the timer is off. We will start round 12 here in 10 seconds. Last round before the swap. WCU on the defense.
And if WCU here on this defense does get this last round, it puts them in a great position.
Scratch that. We have a pause on the timer? Question mark.
There is another pause. And WCU is confused.
Reloading.
Okay, so there's still a wall there, even though it looks invisible to us. Okay, and they're ready and about to be going back in.
Watching here.
And
Get
we're
out of my
starting
way.
round 12 here.
Removed.
Slump does get a very fast pick onto Hippo over on C. Honestly, right now, I think that's the best thing that you can do is just get those really fast picks, those really nice single players. As I said, Mixu does find
Spike
Ocean.
down
Echo
A.
finds Boo there. And Mizzou starting to get their confidence back up and realizing that they can play as a team and they can take on WCU. Western now a little bit more patient once again, which I think is really their advantage. When they play patiently and they play smart, they don't need to worry too much about what the other team does because they are waiting and they are ready.
Yeah, WCU still on it with a small advantage here, 4 on 3.
Gun here.
I personally have not seen a single player of Mizzou this round.
I haven't either. I can't even spot them anywhere just from WCU, but it does look like on the map they're going to be over on C. WCU realizing that it's probably not good that they don't see him either. So it's going to be... Is that Isms going in
30
first
seconds
for WCU? It is. And it looks like there is going to be a killjoy coming from WCU, forcing Llama finds Noble, but going to force Mizzou possibly off of the point there. Slump does find Llama in the back. Oh, Slump is on their own, finds 2. It is now Slump against, or it's just Echo from Mizzou. It looks like WCU going to get this defuse off. And Mixu finds Echo, so it's going to be WCU getting this defuse, getting the round win, and they are 2 away from taking game 1.
2 away from taking game 1, and they're going
Switching
on to
sides.
attack now.
I think attack is really where we can see WCU succeed, as they know how to move as a team, and they are more than willing to try new things every single round.
Yeah, going up 11-1 on defense. That's That's impressive.
That
no matter
is-
who you're going up against, that is impressive.
That is unreal, and WCU really has to be feeling confident, and they can really try some new strategies, not only towards the end of Game 1, but as they move into Game 2, they can try and figure out new things. If they wanted to practice one or two things, they definitely can.
Yeah, it looks like WCU is going to be pushing point A.
Well, looking at the map here, it looks like point A is going to be the largest area to get to plant the spike. B and C a lot more awkward, but a little bit more area to hide. Point A is very much so out in the open and something that WCU needs to be ready for. And it's going to be Noble versus Ocean. Noble winning that gunfight,
There. Turret out.
as there is a flashbang on the WCU, and Mizzou gets taken out because of it.
Yeah, well played there from Mizzou.
Oh yeah.
Reloading. Placing
And
swarm
it looks like
grenade.
Mizzou might really be coming into their
Swarm
own with their
grenade out.
defense. WC with 1 minute to get this spike planted. They're going to go through the side door,
Enemy down.
and they find two people. Boo does get picked off on his own, but it looks like it's not going to be too big a deal to Western, as they are up 3-2 as they're going in to get this spike plant. Slump looking for the correct area to place it.
Spikes down.
Finds it.
Placing alarm bomb.
And now WCU gets to set up and defend
One
once
enemy
again.
remaining.
Slump finds Salt, so it's all up to Echo once again on Mizzou, and never mind as Isms finds them very fast.
Yeah, good attack there from WCU. Mizzou definitely had the slight advantage there, but WCU able to overcome the diversity and finish with a 3v1 with the spike planted to win game. What was that?
To win the
13,
round
yeah.
13. I mean, if WCU hadn't have lost that one defense,
feeling
which
generous?
honestly was just a great performance from Mizzou,
Let's start
then
this
we
party.
would have been done with game 1 already. But WCU now with the advantage, this is match point. And I mean, Mizzou started out really strong. They played really well, but they just couldn't hold off Western enough.
Enemy spot today. Concealment. Concealment.
So at this point, Mizzou must know that WCU is pushing A.
Well, Boo does pick off Ocean, so it doesn't seem to be mattering too much, as it's Hippo now finding Noble. It's a 4-on-4, a 4-on-3 as Mixu picks off Hippo.
Engineer killed.
Another trade, so it's going to be 3-on-2. 2-on-2, as there's going to be the plant coming out from
One enemy
That's
remaining.
done.
Slump. He's working on it. It's now a 2-on-1.
Spikes down. Bot coming back.
They get the spike down, and WCU now with, I mean, still a huge lead and a huge advantage. They're going to be forcing Mizzou to come onto point. They're going to be pressuring as well. Ism's going now, looking around the corner.
Last player
Gets picked
standing.
off by Salt. And it's going to be a spray and pray coming out from Slump, and Slump takes the round. Game 1 goes in favor of your Mountaineers. 13-1. That is unreal.
That was impressive. Probably some of the best play we've seen from WCU this season.
And as we take a look at the scoreboard at the end of game 1, Boo takes the lead, 17-6. Isms at 14-6. Slump has a huge comeback, 13-4.
Absolutely.
Mixu 14-8. Noble 11-8. With Llama breaking up all of WCU, and Noble at 10-14.
Yeah, definitely well played there from WCU. We will take a break here and we will see what Mizzou can do going into game 2. And welcome back for Game 2 here. WCU up 1-0 over University of Missouri. That was an impressive showing there from the Mountaineers, wouldn't you say?
Oh, dude, that was unreal. From what I've seen so far this season when I've been helping out with the streams, they have been... I mean, it was a lot closer games, but WCU also seemed much more spread out and less cohesive than they are tonight. So it looks like there's a lot of practice coming in from Western. And as we saw in between games, the team camaraderie, I can't speak. I'm not an English major. The team camaraderie really came out as they all decided to swap banners to match yours, actually, the one on stream.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. You can tell WCU is just kind of having fun with it. Like, honestly, that first game was a blowout.
I mean, you can't say anything else. 13-1, that's a blowout in any sport. And in something like this where it is a best of 26 or best of 25, first to 13, that you can't be more of a blowout than that. I mean, I guess 13-0 is a bit better for the team that wins, but I mean, the one game almost hurts more, I would say.
Yeah, WCU just kind of came out of the gate swinging. Boo led the charge, so I'm definitely excited to see what Boo can do here in Game 2 against Mizzou.
I mean, just an absolute blowout. And WCU once again defending first against Mizzou. It doesn't look like Mizzou learned their lesson last time. I really think that Western having defended first was what set them up for success.
Yeah,
And
like I said, though, like, from my personal experience, definitely attacking tends to be the easier side. So the fact WCU did that well on defense just shows how well they're playing today.
And I mean, everyone has their peak days, and this looks like a peak team performance from Western.
Okay, we're gonna take some. Who do you think is gonna lead the Mountaineers this game?
Who do I think is going to lead the Mountaineers? I mean, the obvious choice based on last game is going to be Boo, but I think that consistently speaking, we're going to see Mizzou or Isms top the leaderboard. They have been playing unreal for Western this season, and they have been carrying their team to victory nonstop.
That they have. If you had to pick one, who would it
If
be?
I had to pick one, I'll probably go Mizzou. It's just been a little bit more consistent.
Okay.
Isms has their nights, but Mizzou tonight has been playing incredible, and throughout the season he just has been not a backbone of this team, but he's been one of the primary supporters and being everywhere that he needs to be.
We have Mizzou coming around the corner into a firefight, getting one kill but losing his life.
I mean, a 1-to-1 trade is never necessarily a bad thing, especially on defense. It takes out one attacker and it forces them to take other positions, as Noble now goes on a 1-to-1 trade as well.
Yeah, now it's a 3v3. I'm going to have to go with Isms. I'm thinking Isms is going to lead the Mountaineers this game. So far, Isms has no kills.
Has nothing.
But plenty of time.
Plenty of time, and right now you can see the Mountaineers all spread out 1-1-1 as they all rotate over to A. Ism's gonna be the last one there. It's gonna be all up to Boo, and I believe that is Noble playing as a team.
Yeah, Mizzou gets the spike planted here, so WCU gonna have to either take them out or detonate.
I mean, Boo and Slump both up top. Slump going to be pushing around bottom. Isms gets found by Llama. Boo takes Llama out. Boo almost finds, or Boo does trade there with Ocean, or Slump finds Ocean as Ocean finds Boo. It is a 1-on-1, Slump versus Echo.
One suppressed.
And it does not look like Slump is gonna have enough time.
He is not, and he will get taken out.
Well played there from Mizzou, coming out of the gates here in Game 2, winning the first round. That is huge for their momentum.
But we did see there, Echo got found by the spike. I mean, that really is going to be a damaging thing in the long run. That does mean that they would lose their weapons at the end. I mean, right now, WCU, Boo, Slump, and Boo, Slump, Mizzou, Noble, all with a kill.
Oh.
Ism's the only one without.
Isms. I can't pick you, and then you just decide not to play.
But, I mean, credit really has to go to Mizzou here. They took a page from WCU's book and really
Mizzou
swung.
pushing hard.
Grenade.
I feel like WCU after that last round is definitely going to be playing very aggressively here.
WCU's going to be playing a lot
Spike
smarter.
planted.
Echo finds Noble. And, I mean, you have to play aggressive, but you have to play smart. That is the key thing to games like this. You can't just go in and push everything out. You have to find a good balance. Ism's going to be hiding in the smoke. Popping out. Mixu gets a pick on the Ocean. Hippo finds Mixu. Blue finds Llama. Hippo and Salt take out the rest of Western. Mizzou up 2-0. This is a completely different team.
Absolutely.
It's the exact same people, but they are playing so different.
You can definitely tell WCU is talking to each other right now, starting to realize, like, hey guys, we need to pull it together. This isn't going to be as easy as last game, so we'll see what WCU makes as far as changes go here. Now that they actually have their real guns, or if Ism with the sniper, let's hope he can get an early pick there.
I think that round 1 win for WCU last game really set them up well, and they were able to get 1 or 2 high damage weapons. But this game, they're not able to do the same thing. Noble does spy someone up in that top left corridor. Oh, he finds a couple in the hallway. As Noble now goes and finds Llama on point. WCU all pushing over to A. It's going to be one big fight, it looks like. Actually, no. WCU has only lost 1 player, whereas Mizzou has lost 2, and it looks like Mizzou is going to be pushing back and finding somewhere else. WCU going to be moving separately to find out wherever Mizzou is going.
Yeah, if I were Mizzou here, I'd definitely push it hard back all the way over to C. Nobody there for the Mountaineers. And Spike is planted. I believe that is at C.
Oh, it's absolutely at C, and I mean, you called it. The best thing to do there is bring them all over to A, seemingly put pressure, and with the time dwindling down, you're going to really think that the smartest play is going to be, oh yeah, they'll go to B. They need to get the Spike plant. But, I mean, pushing all the way back to A is genius from Mizzou. And they are now holding down in this corridor. And WCU can't go in on the Spike yet. Or they can, they're going to. They get the half defuse, but there's going to be 2 picks from Ocean against WCU. It's going to be up to Boo and Noble. Never mind, Isms, who he can't get back in time, tries to find 2. Does take out Ocean, making him lose his weapon. Hippo does find him, though. So WCU now down 3-0. That is a complete swap from last round.
Definitely a complete swap, but still, this is kind of what I would expect out of an attacking team. This is kind of a more traditional Valorant game so far. We'll see how WCU can answer. I'm really not too concerned at this point. Like, as long as WCU can get 2 to 4 wins on the defense here, I'm confident that once they switch to attack, they'll be able to close that gap.
I think the smartest thing here from WCU is making sure that they spread out and look at all the correct areas, just know where to push. Looks like Boo's going to be pushing on his own on the back line, trying to find anyone. It's going to be a team fight. So far, kills going even.
Spike down A.
And Spike has already been planted. Nope. Spike has been dropped, it sounds like.
Satchel out of charges.
As Mixu doesn't even see Echo there, as Echo comes outside and just picks them off.
Spike planted.
Isms goes around the back, finds Hippo, gets down by Salt. It is now it was up to Slump, who gets taken out. This is a big switch from what Mizzou was doing last time.
Check. Charges.
Yeah, kind of just looking at the overall board, WCU has died every single round, whereas Mizzou, on the other hand, their Echo has not died yet with 5 kills on board. Ocean leading the charge with 6.
I mean, Ocean leading the charge with 6 kills. Does have 4 deaths, though, so you have to take into consideration. Ocean is going in there and getting the kills, but also getting taken out pretty frequently. All I've got to wonder now is what is WCU going to do to answer?
Quite the throw there from Slumped. Not finding anyone with that knife.
And it looks like there were quite a few roster changes from WCU, but do you think it was too much? There is a detect over towards B. As Noble finds Llama, but Hippo finds Noble. And it's going to be Boo in the back line. Isms finds Ocean there. Boo gets found by Echo. Echo just playing unreal. Hippo finds Mixu. It is now Noble and Isms. Isms finds Salt. Hippo finds Slump. Hippo has found 3 of WCU. And Isms has to get the final 2 kills against Mizzou in order to stay, or to really bring the momentum back in WCU's favor.
Isms has kind of dug himself into a hole there and goes down, putting Mizzou up 5-0 here in Game 2.
As I mentioned, this looks like a completely different team from what we saw Game 1. Mizzou has really come out swinging, and they have taken the reins and just run with them. WCU, I think that here you might want to consider, if you lose this round, I think you consider taking the timeout.
Yeah, we actually haven't seen WCU use their timeouts this year, so I'd be curious if this is the game that they do, especially after winning that first game so easily. A lot of it could come down to maps as well. I know that first map, WCU just dominated, whereas this is definitely one of the more common maps. So,
I mean, 2 quick trades from WCU and Mizzou. Mixu gets found, but they do. WCU does find Hippo, I believe it was. And it looks like that it might be a push onto A once again from, or a fake push onto A from Mizzou.
that it could be. We'll see if they wrap around.
Well, as we saw in the top left there on the map, you do see the 2 question marks. It does look like Mizzou was pushing back, so they're going to be rotating around to a different point.
Yeah,
it is a 4-on-4.
We have Slumps going over here by themselves over to C.
And Isms now coming over to try and mind the gap. Does go over to C as well. Isms gets picked off by Hippo. And WCU gonna get flashed there. Slump tries to find anyone with those shots. Doesn't. Hippo finds Slump. Hippo with 3 kills. Hippo with 4. Is Hippo gonna get the ace? Spike does get planted. Boo hiding around the corner on his own. Finds Hippo, shuts him down. Boo finds Llama, gets taken out by Ocean though, so that is going to be it for that one. WCU now down 0-6. Mixu sitting at the top of the leaderboard with Isms following close behind. But, I mean...
yeah, Hippo is definitely leading the charge with 11 kills. This is a whole different team than what we saw last game, I would say.
Yeah, I mean... it looks like a completely different team. It just looks like they're able to hit their shots. They've gotten their confidence. They might have been a bit nervous in that first game too, which is something that we never really factored in. I mean, when you're a low team going in against a number 2 seed, it doesn't matter what game you're playing, no matter what sport, no matter anything. If you're one of the bottom teams going against one of the top, you're going to be nervous in that first little bit. You have to get those nerves out.
Yeah, WCU is definitely one of the leaders in this division, so... I can't imagine what Mizzou's preparation going into this game was. Isms getting an early pick there. I guess now it's 3v3.
It is a 3v3, and Ism's going to be rotating, or going to be running away. And Slump going to get a pick on Llama. It's now 3-on-2 in WCU's favor. It's going to be Isms trying to get a pick off here. Gets taken out by Ocean 2-on-2. And it will be a rotate onto C, I believe, from Mizzou.
One enemy remaining.
Never mind. Noble picks off Ocean, finds Salt in that top. It's going to be Slump versus Salt. The battle of the S's.
Yeah, still 45 seconds left, so plenty of time for Mizzou to essentially plant the spike or get the kill. We will see what route this goes. Spike is planted.
So, and being that there wasn't any direct sound, I think that Slump knows it's going to be over on A. And he has to be careful going around this corner because Salt could be anywhere. Slump has to get the kill and get the spike defused.
Off your feet!
Fakes a defuse, tries to find
Nice knowing you.
Salt anywhere, has to go for the defuse. Is he going to get it off? He gets the kill. Is he going to get this defuse off? It's going to be close. He
And
gets
he
it!
does.
Oh my God.
0.28 on the
Oh
clock.
my God.
That was played extremely well there from Slumped.
So that was a huge clutch from Slump that really puts WCU, that shuts down Mizzou's winning streak, and I wonder if that's going to change the pace of this defense for WCU.
Yeah, that was the first round of this game that WCU did not lose every single character there. WCU, 4 players with 5 kills, though. This could be the turning point for WCU.
And it's also 7 deaths from those same 4 players.
Yep.
The only one who does not have 7 deaths is going to be Slump, who's now sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard, but did get the kill. And right now, WCU trying to figure out their pacing once again. This map, as you said, much more common and one of the more played maps overall. So I think that Mizzou knew that, and they were going to be playing this a lot more, practicing it, and they were much more confident on this map. Maybe in the bans, that first map was WCU's pick because they knew it was a much less common map.
Yeah, great points there. Honestly, WCU has just not looked the same this game, but plenty of time to change that.
Boo does find Echo.
Left deployed. Here, one suppressed.
And Mixu's going to be moving in. Boo trying to find someone else. Ooh, Noble gets taken out by Llama from below. Ocean finds Boo. It's going to be a double kill coming out from Mixu on the back. And he's going to be watching that because of the spike. And Slump going to clean up, finding Llama. WCU does get that second game that they really needed.
Yeah, definitely a momentum change after Slumped was able to clutch game 7. We're going into game 9 here, and we have a timeout from Mizzou.
Ooh, I think that's very risky from Mizzou, calling this timeout right now. I mean, that's 2 games in WCU's favor, but that doesn't dictate the rest of this defend for WCU.
Yeah, I think Mizzou's just trying to kind of calm themselves after that first loss, that seemed to get them a little rattled and gave WCU the advantage as they were able to go take that back-to-back games. So we'll see if this timeout is beneficial or not.
I mean, the thing that you also have to consider, which I think is WCU's saving grace in not using timeouts, is that it benefits the other team as well. So this timeout WCU can really use to keep their momentum, keep their spirits high, and keep going much faster throughout the rest of this series.
Absolutely.
Boo just spamming things in the chat now. Don't know what Boo's doing. Boo's just doing Boo things, I want to say. But looking at the leaderboard, Mixu with 8 kills, 7 deaths, Boo with 6 and 8, Isms with 5 and 7, Noble with 5 and 8, Slumped with 4 and 6.
Yeah, still leading the charge is Hippo from Mizzou with 11 kills.
5 deaths with them too, so Hippo doing really well right now. And who was that second for Mizzou, who still had 9 kills? Ocean doing incredibly well. Both of those two, I mean, they're leading the entire pack in terms of kills.
Ooh.
Salt finds Slump there. And it's going to be a push onto C, as there are 3 quick kills onto WCU, and only 1, 2, or now 2 in favor of WCU. It's going to be Mixu on their own, maybe going to get flanked on the backside. Has to be careful about that.
This is a 1v3, and Mizzou knows exactly where he is at, so...
Well, Mixu knows where they're at. He takes out Ocean with a headshot, but Echo picks him off anyway. I mean, that timeout did seem to work for Mizzou, but that is one game. It's not enough to dictate an entire series.
Yeah, that wraps up .9 there. We're coming up here on the swap, and I'm excited to see how WCU reacts. I was saying if they got between 2 to 4 points before the swap that they should potentially be able to close it out, but right now currently sitting at 2. So
well, if we look over here to Mixu, he's just going to be sitting around this corner waiting for them to peek their heads out.
yeah, I've seen Mixu do this play a couple of times, often on the opposite side, but nonetheless, it is a great play. Decides to get down from there.
Well, he decides to get down from there as it looks like KO's knife does spot 4 of Mizzou going on that, up in that top right corner. Boo and Mixu going to be pushing around the back, trying to force them to go up that one long choke point.
Flashbang.
Still inside.
There's a self-flash from WCU. Ooh, Mixu
Spike
finds two,
down
but
A.
gets found same as Boo. It is now a 3-on-3, and we really don't know where Mizzou's going at this point. I think they might be pushing over to A or B.
You should run. Spike planted.
And there's going to be a killjoy onto A. There's going to be the spike plant as well.
Reloading.
WCU waiting for this killjoy to go. Isms gets taken out now by Echo. WCU is 2-on-2. Slum takes a little bit of fall damage there. Noble finds Llama.
Last player standing.
And it's going to be... Oh, it was going to be Noble versus Echo, but Noble just misses the shots. Echo gets the quad kill there. Forgot my Roman numerals.
All good.
We won't lose.
Score 8-2 for Mizzou right now.
Yeah, Mizzou is a whole different team. It's honestly hopefully gonna create a good end game here as long as WCU can be aggressive on the attacking side, but WCU would definitely love to get one or two more before the switch. So
I think if WCU can end on a high note of getting that last game before the switch, that will really determine how this rest of game 2 will go. But even if they don't quite get what they want, if they can still end on a good round in a hard-fought battle, I think that's really going to show Mizzou that they can't get too confident. They can't be too careful.
yeah, we have shots here on C, but still haven't really seen anyone.
Haha, I see what you did there. And it looks like both teams playing a bit safe. Probably going to be a push onto C from Mizzou, and it will be a push onto C. As Slump now turns around, finds Ocean,
Down. C.
and the knife gets destroyed. The spike is down, so the WCU going to have to force Mizzou to come through this choke point. Hippo finds Noble, and Ism's now going to take
Yeah,
a different gun.
Yeah, WCU just gonna work together here on the spike. A 3v3 now. 2v3 in favor of Mizzou. Flash there.
Doesn't work out for them though, as they don't find anyone, and that spike does, I think, get picked up by Mizzou. And they're going to be cycling out.
The spike is still down.
Oh, the spike is still down, so Mizzou really needs to get this kill.
Last player standing.
It's going to be all up to Mixu. Mixu finds Salt through whatever that was.
10 seconds left.
Only 10 seconds.
One enemy
Oh, Mixu finds Echo, but gets picked off by Llama. That was close. I mean, if Mixu could have gotten lucky there and
Last
got
round
maybe a
in the half.
double headshot or something, that would have been awesome for Western, but I mean, that's not a bad round.
Yeah, no, that was definitely well played there from the Mountaineers. Even better played from Mizzou. Having that spike drop that early, WCU, all they had to do was kind of just defend the spike, and they were unable to do so. Mizzou getting just slowly chipping away, and it ended in a
Let's
2v1.
get this done.
I mean, I almost think there that the smartest thing to do for Western would be to post up into the corners and force, and just have them have that direct line of fire right across. It's going to be a... Ooh, Boo gets 2 quick picks onto Llama and Echo. Looks like it's going to be Salt finding Mixu and Slump. Or finding the shield of Slump. Nope, finding Slump. Boo does find Hippo.
Spike
Boo on
down
3
A.
kills. Spike is down. It is a 3-on-2 in WCU's favor.
One enemy remaining.
3-on-1.
Spike down A.
And that is going to do it. WCU ends the defense on a victory. They still have a ways to go to win this series.
Switching
But
sides.
as you said, attack is generally easier for most teams. So it's going to be interesting to see how Mizzou defends coming off of their first game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge for WCU. Having Mizzou already at 9. That's a good bit to come back from. With that said, WCU was able to get 3 points there. And honestly, it's just going to come down to how they play here. We could be looking at a game 3, and the way Mizzou has been playing, this could be a good series. So
Be a great series,
yeah.
but we really haven't seen how Mizzou's defended yet, and they haven't seen how Western's attacked. There were 2 games on attack. That's not enough to know how they play. It's like Western going to be pushing over towards C this time around, which on this map seems to be their favorite.
One suppressed.
Oh, Ocean comes in to try and backline. Boo just takes him out quickly. Now Western going to be rotating, moving over towards a different point.
This is a good play here from Western. You would assume that...
Ooh, Noble with a quick reaction time to pick off Llama as he comes around that corner. Almost gets blindsided, not able to.
Yeah, I really like how WCU is moving in a pack, slowly dropping one person, sending one into the middle, one kind of in between the two. WCU gonna be able to get a quick plant here.
And Mixu does find Salt, so it's going to be a 5-on-2, and they're going to be forcing...
Suppress it.
Hippo does find Mixu, though, over on B. They're forcing Mizzou to come over towards A. Echo finds Isms. It's now a 3-on-2. With Noble being low on health, that's a little worrisome for WCU.
One enemy remaining.
But nope, Boo cleans it up with a triple kill. So Boo really just climbing back up the leaderboards. Mixu up top, 15 and 12. Boo 12 and 11. Noble 9 and 11. Isms 7-11 and Slump 6 and 10.
Yeah, WCU definitely starting to play better here in the second half of this game. I honestly think after that first game, they just kind of expected it to be easy, you know? And
Yeah,
Mizzou, on the other hand, was like, hey, we just got slaughtered. Let's show them what we got. And they're definitely fighting back. So
Must be ours.
I mean, as I said earlier, the biggest challenge for WCU is to not get in their own heads, and that's really what happened in Game 1. There's going to be a hard push over towards C from WCU. It's going to be a quick pick from Mixu as well, as he goes over to the corner to wait. And it's going to, as we said, it's a very fast plant from WCU. Mixu finds Echo through the smoke.
whew, WCU is looking good here on this push. And you got one on each side. Mitsu backs out.
Mixu playing a lot smarter and waiting for his teammate Isms to come through. Isms finds Llama. Mixu finds Salt. It's going to be Mixu finding Hippo with a quad kill.
A flawless victory there from the Mountaineers.
I mean, that was just incredible. They really wanted to show Mizzou that they are about their business on attack, and they are quickly closing that gap, having just won 3 rounds in a row, winning that last round of defense, really doing wonders for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, WCU definitely starting to find their stride again. Like I was saying, I feel like they just kind of got a little cocky in a sense, you know. Looking good here though, and still lots of Valorant to be played. But
Regardless of how Game 2 goes, there is going, like you said, there will be a lot of Valorant. If nothing else, if one team sweeps, that is 4 games and then another, or that is 4 rounds and then another series. If the other takes it, that means WCU will win it, but that will take a lot. That will be 9 more games. Or 9 more rounds, at least. So there will be, regardless, a lot of Valorant. And WCU looking to try and push over towards C. Makes you spraying and praying once again.
sometimes it works.
I mean, it's been working for him so far today, and it looks like Mizzou's going to be trying to hold off C as WCU now rotating around, trying to figure out where they want to go.
See if there's another one right around this corner. There's not.
I don't think it was this corner, though. I think it was the next one, and Isms was ready for it. Salt does get picked off, or Salt picks off Mixu, and no one else gets found quite yet. Ocean finds Boo, Salt finds Noble. That is a flawless victory now for Mizzou.
Yeah, Mizzou within 3 games of closing out round 2.
I mean, that was an answer for a flawless. That is how you answer it. That is how you want to do it. Right now, if Mizzou can even go 2-1 losses to victories, they are still going to finish out before WCU comes close.
Yeah, the Mountaineers are going to have to go on a hot streak if they're looking to close this game in 2, but it's definitely looking in favor of Mizzou.
I mean, Mizzou for the moment just as we've said multiple times in this game, they look like a new team. And now Western sees Mizzou 2 kills from Isms. Isms finds Llama and then Hippo really fast down that long corridor towards A, and WCU is going to be doing another hard push towards A. Blue's going to be sitting back, waiting for anyone trying to backline. Isms firing into the smoke, trying to force them back.
Yeah, WCU is definitely a fan of these early, fast spike plants, but really all that does is just tell the other team where they need to push. Ooh, that Isms doing a ground up shot. I haven't seen that done before.
Isms does find Echo there on a triple kill. Hot streak coming out from Isms. Is he going to be able to carry? Noble and Mixu now taking their dues, I guess. And that is another victory in favor of WCU. And I don't know how flawless victories are judged, but that was a great win for WCU.
Yeah, looks like we have another tech pause here from Mizzou. Someone's computer must be having issues.
Well, as we see in the bottom left there, different player is lagging, and WCU saying no worries. Just they want it to be a fair game. They want it to be a good battle, and that's honestly as much respect as you're going to see in esports. If someone is lagging, you're going to want to, and you want to have a fair fight, you're going to let them take that break and let them fix it.
Yeah, well played there from Mountaineers on sportsmanship. We have Mixu coming up. He has 20 kills, leading the charge. Still 13 deaths though, so definitely lots of deaths here from WCU this round compared to last, but we're going into round 17 here.
Round 17 of a I mean, in all honesty, it could go to round 25. This is a close fight right now, and the Mountaineers with their fast pushes are really doing work, and they seem to keep pushing over towards C out of the gate. Looks like WC is going to be holding to it this time. Isms takes quite a bit of damage, but going to be pushing back up, shooting into the smoke once again.
WCU gone for another early fast plant.
They do get the early fast plant, but they're not going to get the quick kill that they need to really have the advantage. There is the spike plant though, so it's going to force Mizzou over to A. Isms, Boo, and Mixu each find one. Hippo finds Boo. Slump finds Hippo. It is now a 4-on-1 in favor of WCU. No idea where this Mizzou player is going to come from. Well, we found him. Noble takes out Llama.
Ace there.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take it.
I mean, so far, WCU really holding strong and having 5 pretty great victories to trade for the one from Mizzou. It is now a close gap, 7-10 in terms of round score. It is a 1st to 13 as a reminder, so if WCU can just keep holding out how they're doing, it looks like that before the swap back to overtime, WCU could very well win this.
Absolutely, WCU, if they can get 1 or 2 more wins here, I'm definitely in favor of them potentially closing this out. So,
I mean, 1 or 2 quick victories and WCU will have more than just a small advantage. Isms finds Ocean in the fog with limited vision. Does get flashed there. Noble finds Llama, and that's going to be a 3-on-2 with another quick plant onto C from Western. I wonder if they're going to change up after this round, going to a different site. But the spike is planted. It is a 5-on-3. A lot's going to have to happen for Mizzou here if they want to take this round. Slump going to be going around the back, waiting for a flank. Doesn't matter, though, as Mixu and Noble each find one of Mizzou. It is now a... It's going to be just putting on pressure. WCU is going to be trying to chase him down. Mixu spots him, Isms goes in, and Mixu takes the kill from Isms. 8 rounds for WCU now. A 2-round difference separates these teams.
yeah, this is quite the turnaround for the Mountaineers. And we have another timeout. WCU has them on their toes.
I mean, this timeout is going to determine the rest of the game, I feel like. I think that Mizzou here really needs to use this to pause Western's momentum. And if you're, I'm going to ask you again, if you're Western, what do you do to keep your momentum here?
Yeah, so really, if I'm Western here, I'm thinking about what the other team is thinking, because WCU has pushed point C very aggressively the past 3 rounds.
I think
At least the past 2.
I think so far they've started out on C trying to see if they can get it, and I think 3 of the 6 they have gone C hard.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking Mizzou is trying to figure out a strategy, maybe sending 2, potentially even 3 people over to C and then having 1 cover each of the others. So my question there is, if WCU is thinking about that, are they going to switch up their routine here?
I think that the smartest option, of course, is going to be switching up your routine, going to a different site. And so far, I mean, B's the hardest one to push. And that's why you don't push it, because you can have everyone collapse on you from both sides, and then you're just kind of stuck.
Yep.
So I think that WCU here knows that, so going to A is going to be one of the smarter options. So they're going to try and feel out that corridor. And what I really think is the smartest option here is if WCU sees this corridor, they look down at, they see both sides are a little bit harder to get through. I think they move over to B. I think they take that as a signal to go to B, get B fast. And if they can get B really quick, then they are going to just destroy Mizzou. Right here, looks like WCU going to be hard pushing onto A this time, not C, which, I mean, that's probably the smartest strategy that you can go for, especially after a timeout like that. Ocean does find Slump, however, so I think right now Western mainly would want to get back, go around the far side onto C. Ism's taking quite a bit of damage there, loses the entirety of their shield, and WCU is going to be pushing back around. It's going to be Noble holding back on A, trying to feign the pressure, looking for any pick on the backside, almost as if Mizzou knows exactly where WCU is going. Ocean does find Mixu over towards B. No idea what's going on here, but it is going to be Isms finding Llama. WCU is going to get the plant off. It's going to be a 3-on-4, and WCU now has to defend C. Ocean gets 2 quick kills there, and it's going to be Ocean with an ace.
Well played there by Ocean. Ocean going up to 18 kills now, starting to reel in Mixu. Mizzou is now going to be up 11-8.
Hey.
WCU, I mean, they have the lead. They had a great lead going on defense, but that timeout seems to have shifted their momentum. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. What do they, like, where do you go now? I think that WCU so far, their tried and true has been pushing over on C, so I think that maybe going back to that. I think that even though Mizzou knows they're going there, the fact of the matter is WCU has just been doing so much work on C that it's hard to stop.
Yeah, realistically, I probably wouldn't push C here, just knowing that Mizzou is probably expecting it, considering we've been having success there, although not seeing anyone here. Okay, there comes the smoke.
This one smoke, a missed flash from Slump, flashes his own team once again. Looks like WCU is going to be feigning pressure over towards B. See if they can't bring people in. It's going to be Boo and Mixu does find Llama on that right side towards A. There is a flash against WCU. Noble finding Hippo, so now it is a 5-on-3 in favor of your Mountaineers, and they're going to be pushing onto B. Looks like Boo's going to be trying to plant and gets it off.
Yeah, is this the first plant we've seen on B?
I think so. Through this entire series, I think that this is the first middle plant. WCU, or Mixu, did just find one of Mizzou, so now it's a 5-on-2. And this is a very good defensive setup from Western. They're covering just about every angle. Actually, no, they are covering every angle, so it doesn't matter where Mizzou comes from. They're ready, except Ism's not ready there as Ocean comes in and Salt comes in, taking out Mixu. Boo gets taken out by Salt. It's now a 2-on-1 as Slump finds Ocean. And WCU waiting on point, or waiting, looking at that spike.
Last player standing.
And that's going to be the spike going off. There's no way that Mizzou has time to take it out. So WCU does take the round. Salt falls to the spike. Slump staying alive, was watching that just in case they did go on to try and get the defuse.
Yeah, WCU 2 rounds away from tying it up, but Mizzou is 2 rounds away from closing it out. So this is definitely an exciting finish here.
I mean, this has just been a great game too. First game, 13-1 blowout in WCU's favor, which we like to see, but we also get a bit worried when we see that because it pushes WCU on their heel, or it pushes Mizzou into a position where they know they get blown out, so they almost have to do more work in that next round to win.
Yeah, WCU looking like they were going to push C, but Mizzou starting to do that smoke bomb up front there. Definitely has been beneficial so far.
Enemy spotted C.
There is one enemy spotted from WCU. We don't know where. Ooh, and there's just about a snipe there from Slump. That would have been huge. And it looks like Boo with the spike going to be watching watching the backline from C. Boo now moving up towards B. I wonder if WCU is going to put the pressure towards B again, see if they get a window, and if they do, they'll capitalize. If they don't, it looks like Boo might actually push on his own over to C. Mama finds Mixu, which is a pretty decent pick from Mizzou.
Boo going for the plant. Who tries to retreat. Just makes it out.
But I don't think he's going to be safe from that. Noble finds Salt. It's going to be a 2-on-2 here, as it is Slump and Noble. Slump finds Ocean,
Spike retrieved.
and if Spike or Noble can find this last player from Mizzou, WCU will take this round, putting them within one of tying it. And looks like WCU is going to be pushing over towards A. Slump leading the charge with the spike. Going to go for a quick plant, maybe.
10
He
seconds
will.
left.
Good play there. I assume Mizzou is probably just trying to hide out, hoping they wouldn't get the plant off.
I think so, and with WCU having dropped, or with Boo having been killed and the spike having been dropped, I think what WCU was really doing is just here. They're going to be forcing Mizzou off point as much as or off the spike as much as possible. And ooh, Slump almost gets a pick through the wall. Keep firing.
Player standing.
Hippo does find Noble, so it's up to Hippo, and it's up to Slump. Slump keeps forcing him off the point enough, though. Is he going to get it? He does! Slump brings WCU within one game of tying it up.
Slumped with another clutch. This could be the momentum shift WCU needs.
And the other thing to keep in mind, too, with Mizzou having already used their timeout on defend, they don't have any way to stop this momentum. Mixu, oh my word, the first time we looked at the scoreboard in a while, at 25 kills. 16 deaths, Isms at 16 and 15, Noble at 15 and 13, every Mountaineer in double digits. Llama from Mizzou, the only person in this lobby to not have hit double digits in terms of kills. Looks like WCU is going to be going for their tried and true once again, looking to go to C. There's that smoke coming in the middle, which is almost a second thought as opposed to a first from Mizzou. It's going to be WCU going in to try and find anyone. Hippo does pick off Mixu. Isms finds Hippo. And Boo's going to go in looking for a spike plant. He's going to go for it. Is he going to get it off in time before he gets taken out? He will. It's now a 4-on-4, and WCU has control of 4-on-3 as Noble takes out 4-on-2. As Noble takes out Salt and Ism takes out Ocean. Boo takes out Echo. It's going to be Llama taking out Noble.
3v1 now.
A 3v1, and all WCU has to do is defend for a bit. If they force Mizzou to come in and try and play the spike, which it will, Llama finds Boo, putting them into the double digits, but Isms takes out Llama.
Mountaineers tie it up 11-11 here in game 2.
I gotta say, from the start of game 1 and from the start of game 2, I never would have expected there would be a point in this series where the score was tied. In game 1, WCU came out swinging and just took the momentum and took game 1 by storm. And in game 2, it looked like Mizzou was going to do the same to answer, but no. Western has come back, tied game 11-11. Each team needs 2 rounds to win.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't even know what the overtime format is. I believe it's a win by 2, but it only goes 1 round, I'm pretty sure.
Well, if we actually take a look at the scoreboard here, we can see what those dots mean. So
Yep.
whichever team, if they can win 2 in a row, will win the series, or will win this game. And if WCU does that, that means the series.
Yep.
If it goes past that, it will have to go to overtime, which I think it's random which team starts on defense and which team starts on attack, and then it swaps. And then it goes to a random one to decide who will take it.
WCU doing a slow play, which we actually haven't seen from them. I'm kind of curious if this is more of a playing a little bit scared or if this is part of their strategy.
I think this is them playing smart here and trying to see where they can put pressure on and where if they can spot anyone from Mizzou. As you saw, they slowly move from right to left, and now WCU is going to be pushing hard onto C once again. And it's going to be Isms finding Ocean really quick. A great pick from WCU. And now it's going to be a good plant opportunity for Boo, who's going to take it. Gets around the corner to defend himself from any shots incoming. And now it's going to be Isms just spraying in that right doorway.
Yeah, we have a 5v4 now with WCU with the spike planted.
I mean, now Mizzou has to push in. Slump, I would say, has to be careful and push and watch that back line. It's going to be Hippo finding Isms, Salt finding Noble. It is up to Mixu, Boo, and Slump. It in 3v4. 3v3 as Slump quickly finds Salt there. And WCU is off of point. Boo is going to be coming in from the back line, though. Mixu finds 2, gets taken out, and then Boo finds Hippo to finish it out. WCU 1 game away from winning the series. This would be a comeback to see.
Absolutely. Mizzou has to be, honestly, kind of shocked right now that WCU was able to come back from that deficit.
I mean, 0-6 at the start. That is... Man. Western has really found their momentum, and they found their stride, and they are not dropping. They're not going to be turning back. They're not going to be taking a step back. I think right now Western... I think, honestly, the best thing to do from Western is go as hard as you can here. Push in all on... Just hedge all your bets on going to 1 point. Be smart. Be safe. But if you push hard, you're going to get that spike planted, and you're going to force Mizzou to really panic.
Yeah, we kind of see WCU pushing this one doorway here.
It makes you just standing still in that smoke, playing it very safe and smart. It's not going to be a push over towards B from WCU. Boo watching that C corridor, seeing if he can't find anyone. WCU now still playing, watching that hallway between B and C. It's going to be, is that Noble? It's going to be, I think, WCU looking for the fight victory here, not for the plant. 50 seconds left to get this plant off, but I think WCU, as I said, should probably end up going for the kills here. They know that they have the ability to do so. It's just will they be able to do it, as Boo finds Salt, puts WCU at a quick advantage. Llama does find Slump to answer, so it's now a 4-on-4. Never mind, as there's 2 more kills onto WCU and only 1 to trade on the Mizzou. It is a 2-on-3, and WCU has to get the plant off, and it's all going to be Isms. Never mind, as Ocean quickly finds Isms and answers. It is now a tie game once again, 12-12. WCU needs... It's a win by 2, so it has to be whoever gets... I mean, right now, WCU on defense, probably the best way that they can start this overtime. And they would have to win 1 and 1. But I think that the advantage that WCU has here is they would end overtime on defense. If memory serves, where it goes... It's a swap, and it's a swap.
Yep. Hopefully WCU can just close this out in 2 and send Mizzou home, but could go either way. Definitely an exciting ending. Nonetheless, whatever happens, WCU is not out. This is essentially just Mizzou fighting for game 3.
I mean, this is Mizzou backed into a corner in the most literal terms. They have to come out strong on this attack and get the advantage to be able to defend. Which, I mean, if they can start how they did at the start of this game too, it's not going to be too hard. But if it's going to be how WCU has been playing so far, WCU is going to be really confident here. And that confidence is spreading as WCU now pushing up in between B and C, the entire team over there. There's going to be a quick spike plant. As we saw on the map, it is going to be a spike plant on C, and WCU was expecting it.
Reloading.
So a huge, like a very aggressive play coming out from Mizzou.
Yeah, Mizzou just took the strategy of Andrew Slump flashing his whole team. Still, this is a heavy push from both sides.
I mean, Isms does get the first pick of this round, and it's going to be Boo going in now to try and get some... He was trying to get some defuse off, but he didn't get it. Mixu, Isms, Noble, and it's going to be WCU. They're not going to get it.
Nope.
That is unfortunate. WCU just shy of getting the defuse. WCU now on their heels. They have to win this attack.
Yeah, definitely one of the benefits of getting the early spike plant is exactly what just happened there. The defense team just running out of time.
And I mean, what happened too is that there were no picks on either side, so no team really had anything to do. Mizzou they have the option now to leave it all out there and make a very aggressive push like WCU did, but Western, with that aggressive push, hung themselves out to dry. They didn't have a good opportunity to defend.
Yeah, WCU, not really picking a certain side to go yet.
And it looks like they might be actually going towards A for once, which is a little bit weird, but not a bad decision. I think that if Western's really smart with how they play right now,
Cover going out.
and it looks like they are. They're going to be pushing hard onto A. WCU going to be trying to get this early plant. Slump goes in, finds Llama, who did take out Noble, puts down the spike. He gets it off, so now it's going to be WCU in a 4v4, 4v3 as Isms takes out Salt. Boo finds Echo in a 4, and Isms finds Ocean, and Isms finds Hippo with a triple kill. WCU ties it up. This is the last round of overtime.
Yeah, next point.
No, it's a win by 2.
Overtime.
It keeps going.
It does.
It's going to require a team to win 2 in a row to win this game. That is harsh.
Yeah, well, we're tied up here at 13.
Tied at 13, so a team has to win on both defense and offense, and WCU looking to be the stronger defense to offense transition.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, definitely a good push there from WCU. Honestly, we'll just see what Mizzou does here, because if they are able to get another early push, that will be beneficial for them. It looks like they are doing a heavy push here on C, but
It's going to be Ism spraying through whatever that wall is there. Just try and do some damage. I wonder, I mean, with this, with us not having global, we don't know what Mizzou's doing.
yeah, they could just be sending one to that side while the rest of the team pushes A. That is definitely a possibility. We have Mixu over here kind of locking down A.
I mean, he's playing exactly how he did that one round on defense, which did end up in a WCU loss, but he did transition really
On
fast.
my wire.
Feeling sight.
I think,
Enemy
Ooh, there's a
down.
quick trade from both teams. Ocean finds Isms, Noble finds Ocean. And it's going to be Noble, Boo, Slump, and Mixu against the remainder of Mizzou. And Mizzou still has yet to plant. It looks like they're going to be pushing back, trying to regroup, find a different place to go. Mixu realizes that going over towards
Spike
A.
planted.
There is going to be a spike plant. It's going to be on A or B. I think it's going to be over towards A as Mixu is on his own. Boo does get found by Llama in B, though. So I'm curious as to where this spike is actually planted. Noble finds Llama. And it's going to be a spike plant onto A. WCU needs to get in and start defusing this right now. If WCU doesn't start defusing, they're not going to have time to defuse this.
Suppressed.
Last player standing.
Oh, and it's all up to Mixu, and Mixu, I think, just going to get taken out here by Hippo. Never mind. I was going to say he's going to try and run away and survive, but no. Mizzou now has advantage.
Match point.
yeah, we're at overtime match point here. WCU has to win here on the attack.
So this overtime now, playing on offense after coming off of a defense loss, that is a worrisome place for any team. WCU has to win 3 in a row from here to win this game and to finish out the series.
It's down.
So I wonder what's going to happen now. Boo standing in the corner, no idea what he's doing. Now he's ready to go. And WCU is going to be pushing hard onto B, looking to find anyone. They don't find anyone, but there's going to be a quick plant from WCU. They've locked down this B hallway.
Yeah, that's one of the fastest plants we've seen of this series. WCU not taking any time.
And not taking any chances as Slump gets a quick pick on a Hippo. And I don't think that any team has pushed B that fast, nor has any team pushed that fast. I don't think that I've seen a team push that fast this entire season from our end.
Yeah, no. Ooh, WCU slowly picking them off. 2v2 now. A 1v2.
One enemy remaining.
It's a one-on-one, and it's Mixu versus Ocean. the two top players from both teams. And Ocean does find Mizzou, but he's going to have plenty of time to defuse the spike. Maybe not. It's going to be close.
I think so.
Oh, 0.35 seconds. That is game 2 in favor of Mizzou. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not terribly thrilled, but at the same time, I'm not going to be upset. That was a well-fought battle from both teams.
Absolutely. That was quite the game.
It was, and Mizzou does end up taking the top of the leaderboard, 31-22. Ocean at 27-23, and Isms 26-19.
Yeah.
Looking here, it looks like just an even spread from both teams in terms of where people are on the leaderboard, and that's going to be expected from a game that goes 28 rounds.
Well, we're going to take a short break here, and we will be back to the action for Game 3.
The only guarantee we can have for Game 3 is it's sure to be exciting, and on top of that, there's going to be at least 13 rounds.
And we are back here for Game 3. This is an exciting series. After that first game, honestly, I thought this was going to be a blowout. So I'm hyped up. I've got my Mountain Dew energy, and I am here with JoJo's Mojo.
Oh, yeah, we're ready to go. In between rounds, we did have some fun banter. After Game 1, it seemed to be that everyone changed the banner to match Mountain Man's, and they did it once again. The second that Mountain Man changed his banner to something else, there was an immediate just outcry in the text
just
chat.
a mass swap. It is exciting. The energy is great. WCU hopefully will be able to close it out here.
The difference, though, between this game and the other two is that WCU is on attack first. So we really need to see the difference between the starting defense of Mizzou, versus the defense halfway through the game already.
Yeah, honestly, who was it? It was Mizzou who popping off last game with 30-something points. So
Yeah, I mean, just an insane game so far. Is there a pause? Like, no, we're good.
Good old Valorant just taking a while to get into the game, but once you're in there, Valorant really doesn't have too many issues. Granted, Mizzou was having a couple of technical pauses in that first game, but since then, it's been pretty smooth.
They also had one in Game 2, if memory serves, but for now, it's going to be a great series. I mean, for like you said, Game 1, it was looking to be a blowout. It looked like it was going to be entirely WCU all night. Mizzou, though, came out strong in Game 2, going 6-0 on the attack, putting WCU on their heels. WCU did manage to come back and tie it up 11-11. They went up 12-11, and then Mizzou answered, and then it just was a back and forth for a bit until Mizzou did end up taking the second game 15-13.
Yeah, definitely an exciting matchup going into overtime.
Careful here.
And now it is going to be normal time. Back to Game 1, the round 1 and pistol fights. Pistol on pistol. Who is the better shot? And, I mean, WCU definitely has the advantage where if they can get the spike planted, all they have to do is get the team kill, which, I mean, that's a pretty tall order, don't get me wrong.
Looks like someone is just playing with Boo. Let's see if Boo can get one. And Mizzou goes down.
Noble then answers by taking out the person who took out Mizzou. But, I mean, WCU, for the most part, went back to the same characters that they were round 1, just a couple differences. I think Mizzou was the same. I think Boo staying as KO is the name.
Yep.
And Noble, or not Noble, who is that? Is that Isms over there? Yes, it is. Isms being a different character as well.
Now we have WCU and a 3v4 on the attack. Moving as a group, though, so we'll see what WCU is able to do here.
And it looks like WCU going to be taking some shots around this corner, seeing if they can't pick off anyone.
Well, they know someone was there earlier, but
No, someone was just there. Oh my gosh, Boo just spraying around the corner. Does find Ocean. Huge pick for WCU. Are they going to be able to get the plant? I think they're going to be running over to B, as they know where two of Mizzou are.
Yeah, that was a great knife there from Boo, being able to find two of the other players. Still unknown where the third is.
10 seconds left.
I mean, right now, WCU moving over to B. Like I said, they will get the plant off in plenty of time. And now it's going to be on Mizzou. Have to come in and attack. Isms hears some footsteps coming. Wonder if he's going to notify his team, though. And no, it's going to be Boop taking out Echo. So it is a 3-on-1, and it's going to be Isms taking out Hippo, and then Slump taking out Salt.
Well played there from the Mountaineers. First point going in their favor.
I mean, that's how you want to start out the series. Get the quick cash, get the quick win. And right now, I think if WCU can take... I think probably if they can do exactly what Mizzou did last round, take a quick 5 or 6 games, sure, there might be an answer here or there, but if they can just take that, they can roll with it, they can run with it, and they will be right on the doorstep of victory.
Yeah, and kind of what you were saying about winning the early games definitely does give you more money, able to level your guns up and equipment sooner, so I do think starting on attack is beneficial in that sense.
starting on attack is definitely just something that WCU hasn't done tonight. And right now it's looking like it might be in their favor. They're playing it very cautious, very slow, but also very smart until they can get more money in their corner, more items, more guns, essentially.
Oh, Noble saw someone.
Oh!
He falls there.
Ocean comes in, gets the shotgun kill onto Noble. Isms finds Llama, Hippo finds Isms, Mixu finds Ocean. It is a 3-on-3. WCU does have the spike, and they're going to be moving over to A. Blue looking to find looking to have a good chance at planting. Mixu finds Echo somehow, some way. Blue's going to be planting. It is a 3-on-2 in WCU's favor, and they're going to be posting up on A this time instead of B. I think these 2-point maps are really where WCU succeeds, as Boo gets 2 kills there, finding Hippo and Salt.
Yeah, we have Boo leading the charge with 4 kills, only 1 death on board.
To be fair, it has only been 2 rounds, so we don't quite know if that's going to hold up, but that's how it started last time, with Boo taking a quick lead for WCU, and that's really what you want to see.
I do agree. WCU does seem to thrive in the, I guess, 2 zones versus the 3 zones. Not exactly sure why that is.
I think it's just because they don't have to spread as much defensively, and offensively they can really just, I think they just know their 2 zones much better, and they know how to play them much better. They have 2, oh my gosh, Mixu almost gets a very quick pick. And Noble also, Noble almost gets a quick pick too. WCU though going to push 3 over to B, and they can split up like this a lot more on offense. They can really put 2 and 3 together instead of having to go as a team. So I think that's where they succeed in offense, and defensively, like I said, they can put more into one place.
Yeah, WCU pushing very heavily here, so...
Ocean does find Mixu, but Isms answers by finding Salt. WCU looking to get a pick. No, Echo finds Noble. They're going to get the plant though. Isms does find Ocean to respond, and Spike is planted, so WCU going to be forcing them. Echo finds Isms around the corner.
Yeah, this will be a 2v3. Both WCUs are on point, so...
Yeah, on point, and that is going to be a great opportunity for WCU, as Slump is just hiding in the back. Probably the smartest place you can be. It's going to be Llama finding Boo, Hippo finding Slump, and they're going to have plenty of time to find this spike, but WCU going up 2-1 right now. Still being up early on in this game is enough to set the series, or set the game's momentum and set the pace. Right now, I think the pace of WCU is a little bit slower, which I think the slower they're playing on these 2-point maps is probably better.
Yeah, like we said, WCU, we haven't seen them attack that often. First game, we only saw them attack 2 rounds, I believe. Last series, WCU was tended to go for a very fast attack. This series, they're starting to slow it down a little bit. Still going a little faster than normal, though, I'd say.
I think the smartest plan from WCU is constantly change the pace at which they attack. I think if they take some rounds slow, some rounds fast, if they go fast here, they are going to be solid. And it looks like they're going to be doing a huge, quick push onto B. Mixu going to be going up, trying to spray through some smoke. WCU going to plant. Boo gets Salt there in the back.
And we have a 5v4 with the spike already planted.
Like I said, if they keep changing up this pace, it's going to be near impossible to defend. Mizzou does find, or Hippo finds Noble. Isms finds Hippo to respond. As I was trying to say though, before they quickly interrupted me with some kills. Never mind, Isms just doesn't want me to talk apparently.
Another kill there from Isms. Isms just kind of fighting this whole team as the rest of WCU is just kind of holding the spike area.
And Llama finds Isms, and then Mixu and Slump working together to take down the last 2 players from Mizzou. Changing up the pace, seeming to work for Western. If they keep changing the pace, it is going to be near impossible for Mizzou to defend that. They have no idea how fast or how slow Western will be approaching and which side. If they can go middle to right or left at this point, I think that's probably going to be the best option. Not this game, or not this round, but one of the next 3. If they can go middle over to B or A, and they can do it at their pace, they throw the entirety of Mizzou for a loop, and Mizzou will be completely on their heels, and they will not know how to respond.
Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing, sending most of the team up the far right side to A.
Ooh, and they're playing slower once again. WCU can be pushing back, maybe regrouping, going over to B because of the K. Is that KO or?
Yeah, KO did throw that knife and stop their abilities for a second. We're see WCU still pushing this this right side, interestingly.
I mean, I think so far WCU has backed off when it's been an option like that. And they've decided that even when going to, I mean, even when they've been found, for the most part, both teams have just gone and decided that the smartest play is to back out and go to the other spot. Isms finds the Echo through the smoke. Noble finding Hippo now.
WCU up 5-3 here, and they got the spike planted.
Now Mizzou's going to be forced to come in on WCU. There are three total options, and honestly, the backline is not going to be a great option. Isms finds Salt pretty quick in that fight, so now it's a 5-on-2.
One enemy remains.
Nope. That's the round.
Yeah, that'll do it. Flawless victory there for the Mountaineers, putting them up 4-1 here in Game 3.
I mean, looking at the scoreboard here, Isms taking the top for WCU, 9-3, Boo 5-2, Mixu at 3-2, Noble at 3-4, and Slump at 2-1. Looking over at Mizzou, we have Llama 3-4, Hippo 3-4, Ocean 3-5, Echo 2-4, and Salt 1-5.
Yeah, one thing to point out is on WCU's side, Noble is the only one without a positive KD, whereas on Mizzou's side, 0.
No, none of Mizzou has a positive KD, but when you're taking out most of the team every round, that's to be expected. And right now, WCU looking to push hard to the right again. Again, taking it a little bit slower. I think WCU is really controlling the pace of this game so far, round to round, and that's just, I mean, that's doing wonders for them.
Yeah, no kills yet this game, but WCU already has it planted on A, so...
Well, as you said, that Boo does quickly respond by finding Hippo, and it's going to be one portion of the map sectioned off. WCU now, it's going to be Noble finding Llama, Salt finding Boo, Mixu finding Salt, Echo finding Noble, Isms, Ocean finding Mixu, so it's all up to Slump to defend.
Yeah, we're sitting here in a 1v2.
Oh, Slump just happens to go into the wrong spot. Ocean does find him, and that should be a quick defuse for Mizzou. A much closer game this time around, 4-2.
Yeah, and definitely this is a good showing here from Mizzou, considering WCU is on attack and only leading by 2 so far after 6 rounds.
To be fair, there are 12 rounds of attack. My apologies, as I forgot how to count. And so we're just about halfway. We're going into round 7, so it's going to be, I mean, right now WCU having a 2-to-1 round ratio, which isn't bad, and if they can keep that on defense, that is amazing. But honestly, I'd like to see a little bit more aggressiveness from Western. They're playing very passive, very patient, and I think that their round where they went in hard onto B was one of their more successful.
With Mixu, honestly, all of WCU kind of pushing this middle front, not seeing anyone from Mizzou.
And it looks like they're going to be pushing from middle to right, going over towards A. They do spot one. Mixu going in, now backing out. Boo finds Ocean, and it looks like Western might actually try and push left onto B. Mixu finds Echo.
You should run.
There's an enemy killjoy going in on B. Isms finds Hippo. It's now a 5-on-2. It's going to be a 5-on-1 as Mixu takes out Salt. And there's going to be plant onto B. WCU, a 4-on-1. They have the advantage.
Yep, and they take the victory. They're going up 5-2 with 4 players left there.
No worries, Kelly. No worries.
As I said, the aggressive plays from Western really working on offense and on defense. The way that they control everything is what gives them their success.
Yeah, we have Ism leading the Mountaineers and the field now with 10 kills, double the best player of Mizzou.
Here.
Ism looking at 10-4 with Boo at 7-4 for the Mountaineers.
Keep it cool.
I mean, once again, the team play coming from the Mountaineers is what's really leading them to success, and it looks like they're going to be pushing over to B once again. Really smart play from the Mountaineers. Having gone A 2-3 times in a row, they're going to put the Killjoy down And that's going to force all of Mizzou out of the area as Noble takes out Ocean. Noble going to keep spraying over to that corridor, to that hallway. Isms finds Echo.
Ooh, good push for the Mountaineers, going up 5-3 here early on and getting the spike planted with 1:12 left. And a double kill there from Isms.
Well, it's Isms and Mixu working together, actually.
Yeah.
They did assist each other, and then Slump finds Hippo to finish out the round. 6-2 now, round score. I mean, WCU just playing strong, playing confident, and once they have their confidence, I think that's their success. And that confidence is throwing Mizzou for a loop as there is a timeout active once again.
Yeah, Mizzou definitely using all their timeouts, whereas WCU almost never. I don't think we've seen one this whole season.
I think there might have been one in like week 3 or week 4, but past that, yeah, WCU really doesn't like to use their timeouts. I think that once they find their momentum and they find their pace, they stick with it, and that's, I think, what's hurting Mizzou right now is having that pace just be controlled by the Western team.
Yeah, one thing I feel like I have noticed is WCU hasn't been as consistent as we would like.
Going C.
In game 1, they were consistent all the way through. Since then, they've kind of been going back and forth. So,
Let's rotate.
And, I mean, right now, I think game 1, they relied a little bit too heavily on one player, and then they expected that same thing to happen in game 2, and they just, like you said, got a bit cocky.
I mean, with that said, game 2, we had
Nice.
Mixu. Nope.
Mixu at the top, yeah.
Yeah, Mixu with 30-something kills. Like, that's, in these types of games, that is very impressive. But still, they were unable to close it out. So,
I mean, at that point, that is looking at individual talent instead of looking at a team effort. And
Exactly.
individual talent can only get you so far. In game 1, we saw Boo carry the Mountaineers. In game 2, Mixu. Right now, it's looking like Ism's going to be taking control for Western. And I think that really Western needs to just play it safe and work as one, and right now they're doing so. Noble staying back, looking at that back, or looking to try and, no, not Noble. No, I think that's Noble. That is definitely Noble. Echo finds Boo and Slump.
Down B.
Nope, he finds Boo shields, and Noble finds Ocean, Mixu finds Salt, Echo finds Isms, Mixu finds Echo.
Enemy remaining.
Noble finds Hippo, and that's gonna be
3v1. Spike is down. Mixu picks it. WCU having a lot of success pushing B here.
and they're gonna plant and force Mizzou to come onto the point.
3v1, WCU with a spike planted, and there is the kill from Noble.
I mean, a triple kill from Noble, and it's looking like WCU playing as a team once again. Slump staying towards the bottom of the leaderboard. Not unlike Slump early in these games, though. I think Slump really comes into their own later in the game. They play really strong towards the end rounds, whereas WCU's, the remaining roster, likes to play hard early. They like to go in, get the kills, get as much as they can, and then Slump towards the end of the series, or the end of the game at least, in those later rounds, really comes into his own and really finds the pace that works for him.
Yeah, so we just passed the 2-hour mark, so honestly, at this point, you gotta kind of account for the fatigue, and we have Mixu with an unbelievable early game snipe.
That was unreal. Mixu just, I mean, you can't be upset with that if you're the other team. That is a fast reaction and just a great pick.
And WCU definitely pushing point A very aggressively and successfully, so
Yeah, they do get 2 kills. It is now a 5-on-3, and there is the spike plant. WCU needs to get off of that point, though.
One enemy remaining.
Nope, never mind. Ism's now taking matters into his own hands, finds Ocean and Salt. It's going to be a 5-on-1.
best of luck to Echo.
Yeah, good luck to Echo, who is now going to get taken out by Noble. I mean, Ism's got a triple kill there, really taking lead for WCU this round. I mean, the control from Western has been unreal. It is now 8-2.
Yeah, we even have the top 4 Mountaineers have more kills than the top Mizzou player. So Boo with 7 in the 4th place slot, as Echo is leading Mizzou with 6.
I mean, Mizzou this time does have around 18 to 20 kills, so they're doing a lot better. They're not getting completely wiped by one player like last time. They have 21 kills.
You want to fight it?
as a team.
Mixu looking for another early snipe, just missing it, but WCU pushing. Well,
I think they're hesitantly pushing B. They really want to do it, but they
I think
don't
they
have
were
a
going
great
for the
idea.
fake there, making Mizzou think they're going B, and now they're all pushing A through that middle sector.
Placing swarm grenade out. Obscuring vision.
And yeah, Western, I mean, they're sticking together as a team, which is really beneficial in these smaller maps where they have only 2 places to go. Who's going to go in and try and get the spike plant? It's going to be Ocean picking off Noble first, though, and as this comes to a team fight, Spike is planted and down. Isms finds Echo. Salt finds Isms now.
Yeah, down to a 3v4 in favor of Mizzou, but Spike is planted.
Spike is planted, and it's going to... I mean, right now, WCU is posting up in a smarter position where they are looking through onto that A site. Slump does find Hippo because of that. Now spraying through the smoke a bit. It's going to be all up to Boo to defend. Boo gets 2 kills. Is he going to get the 3rd here to defend and finish out the series? He sees where that last Mizzou player was. Going to crouch down now and force that Mizzou player to come around and find him. And he's going to find it. Boo finds Ocean.
Good clutch there from Boo. Boo was out of all utilities, so just had to win that in the gunfight there, and he does.
I mean, right now, I think Western really needs this round to finish out this to finish out their attacking phase, so then they go in and only need 3 wins on defense.
Yep.
I mean, expecting 3 wins in a long period of 12 games is that's doable, especially for Western and how they've been playing
Absolutely doable.
today.
Yeah, if Mizzou does come out hot, this is going to be another close game in that sense, so definitely exciting.
What I'm thinking right now is that if Mizzou is able to find the... Oh my gosh, Isms with a quick pick onto Ocean. Great job from Isms there. And WCU going to be pushing hard on the B, but what I was trying to say is that if Mizzou was able to find this round and take the victory... Oh my gosh, Mixu with a knife kill on the Hippo. Echo finds Mixu. Isms finds Echo. It's a 4-on-2.
1 enemy remaining.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. I think that right now...
4-on-1, and the spike is planted. This looks like it will be in favor of WCU.
I mean, of course, we can't count out... Never mind, now we can count out Llama as they get taken out by Isms. What I was going to say, though, is that if Mizzou was able to take that round, they might be able to take that momentum and carry it like what Western did last round. But, I mean, an 8-round lead is... That is much more than WCU to fight back from in Game 2. It's not unheard of, it's not impossible, but right now it's looking like any comeback for Mizzou is insurmountable as WCU has come out fighting and just on top.
Yeah, I believe last round WCU came back from being down 9-2. I guess at the end of the round it was
9-3 on the swap?
yep 9-3 on the swap. So
I mean, 6 is much closer than 8.
yeah, definitely still within range, but the way WCU has been playing, honestly, all night, I feel confident in their abilities to hold this out.
I mean, they've been playing incredibly well as a team. Isms with a quick pick onto Hippo. Blue finds Ocean now, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 already. WCU coming out strong on this defense, and if they can win this defense, I think that, I'm not going to call it early, but that could set the pace for the rest of this series. I mean, because, oh, Echo finds Mixu there. Just a great pick from Echo.
Yeah, Mixu trying to sneak around the back side there and getting picked off early. Still a 4v3 here, though.
So the 4v3, and it's going to be a quick fight. Noble does pick off Salt.
Down A.
And the spike is down.
It's going to be spiking on the far side. WCU, or no, it's going to be on the near side.
1 enemy remaining.
And it's going to be Echo needs to find Noble, or needs to find the rest of the team. Boo goes in and just playing it smart. Does get the kill onto Echo.
Boo goes in as the distraction and ends up getting the kill.
That moment is gone. But it'd be cool, oh. Now
Okay, WCU up 11-2 here in Game 3.
I'm honestly surprised that I haven't seen the timeout come from Mizzou. I think that if WCU wins this game, that is an instant timeout for Mizzou. There is no way they're not calling a timeout because they need to get that momentum back in their pace. They don't want to go out 13-2.
Yeah, if WCU wins this game, I don't think Mizzou can do it. They would have to go 10-0 just to try and tie it.
just to tie it. And the way that WCU is playing right now, they have their confidence back. They have the momentum on their side. They have everything they need. And it's going to be a huge push onto A. Isms does find Ocean, and then Llama. Is Isms going to find anyone else? I think he's going to try. Our shots coming from Mizzou on that side, and it looks like it's going to be Mixu and Noble running around back, trying to force them to stay up in that hallway. It's going to be Echo picking off, or Salt picks off Isms.
WCU kind of just having some fun here.
They're having fun once again. Boo finds Salt, but Salt does get Boo on a delayed kill. And it is now going to be a 3-on-2, a little bit less comfortable than I think WCU wanted. Never mind, the much less comfortable than WCU wanted is Hippo. Oh, Hippo gets picked off by Mixu really fast. It is all up to Noble, and Mixu knows Noble is pushing towards B. Oh, that's a...
And WCU with the win, going up 12-2 here.
Match point, and I think, like I said, there's going to be a timeout coming from Mizzou any second.
At this point, I don't know.
I mean, they need it.
Yeah, it's the way WCU's been playing. I don't know how much a timeout would help.
I don't either. But I do think that a timeout couldn't hurt, and it looks like they're not going to do it. That is shocking to me. There's no timeout coming from Mizzou as we head in. Match point for the Mountaineers.
And an early pick there.
Oh my gosh. Mixu finds Llama. Ocean finds Mixu, though. It's going to be a pick from Boo onto Salt.
One enemy remaining.
Noble finds Echo, and is this going to be do it? This will, as Noble takes it out. WCU takes the series.
Well played by the Mountaineers.
I mean, this shows that the Mountaineers really do deserve that number 2 spot. They had a very close game 2 against one of the teams that, I mean, in all honesty, they probably shouldn't have had that just because of how round 1 went. But I think that because of how round one went is why game 2 was like that.
Yep, I would agree.
But WCU really came back in the third game in the series and showed exactly why they are number 2. They took control early on, and they just ran with it.
Yeah, game 3 was led here by Isms with 22 kills, 7 deaths, and 11 assists. Followed closely by Boo and Noble, each with 15 kills. Well played, well-deserved victory there for the Mountaineers.
I mean, but we do have to say, though, very impressive by... very impressive show of effort from Mizzou. You have to give credit to both teams here.
Absolutely. Coming in as the number 9 seed and watching how impressive they played there in game 2. It was very well done.
And that makes me think that more than likely, Mizzou just got a couple unlucky games. They just had 1 or 2 shots that didn't go their way. They had a couple things that just went, like just a couple bad bounces. And for now, I think that was just, I mean, it is more than a fair series, and I think that Mizzou, like I said, just had a couple unlucky games, and WCU just proved tonight that they are more consistent game to game.
Absolutely. Well, that'll do it for us here on WCU Esports. WCU winning 2-1 over University of Missouri. Mizzou Club White. I'm Mountain Man.
And I'm JoJo's Mojo.
Have a good night.